What up, y'all? What's happening? How we doing? How we doing? It's Thursday. We done made it over the hump. We sliding back down into uh into the weekend, man. Trying to get into Friday here. I hope y'all doing well. We about to get to some music. You know, it's a beautiful day for it. But I want to go over a couple things that's happening in the area, man. There's a lot going on out there right now. Atlanta is making national news right now. Well, at least Fulton is. Fulton County ballots is seized. We're gonna talk about that. It's seized by federal officials. So we're gonna talk about that. I got Morris Brown collects $810,000 worth of donations from grants, church, and the one and only T.I., aka the King. King. But and then we got the traffic in Georgia's ports. It neared all-time highs in 2025. So, Savannah, shout out. We moving them ports in, man. We moving them. There's a lot going on with that. So we're gonna get into a little bit of the details on that. Not much. But I do like to always, talk about what's going into the state and what's coming out of the state. So the production of the state, basically. And our ports, our imports are super important. Our ports are super important for our imports. So yeah, lawmakers on day 8, what are they talking about? Got some property taxes that's going on, and some other things. But yeah, let's get started, y'all. Let's get started. So let's talk about this right here. FBI to seize all 2020 election ballots records after raiding Fulton County Elections Hub warrants. So I believe this is completely illegal, but what are laws nowadays? Like, people just do what they want to do, and the damage is done after, there's no deterrence. So, but yeah, FBI Atlanta confirmed to 11 Alive on Wednesday afternoon that it is participating in an enforcement action at County Election Hub building in Union City. Over in Union City. I spent a lot of time over there as well. Let's mute this. The FBI Atlanta executed a search warrant on Wednesday afternoon at the Fulton County Elections Office as it seizes all ballots and voting records tied to the 2020 general election in the county. According to warrants, the FBI Atlanta office confirmed to 11 Alive in an email that it was operating at 5600 Camelton Fairburn Road in Union City, the main county election operations center. Fulton County confirmed with 11 Alive that FBI was serving a search warrant as they seek a number of records related to the 2020 election. In new warrants obtained by 11 Alive, the FBI looks to seize all records related to the 2020 election in Fulton County, which includes all physical ballots from the 2020 general election in Fulton County, including absentee ballots, advanced voting ballots, provisional ballots, in-person election day ballots, emergency ballots, damaged and destroyed or destroyed ballots, duplicated ballots, or any ballot that was used to cast a vote. In other words, all ballots are being seized. I'm pretty sure this is not legal. Like the federal government is crazy. Should like they have no rights to those ballots. That's all state. That's all state property. Um, yeah, that's wild. Um, all tabular tapes for every single ballot or every single voting machine used in Fulton County are being seized as well, along with all ballot images processed during the ballot count beginning on November 3rd, 2020, and all voter rolls from the 2020 general election in Fulton County. All the ballots and election records will be taken back to Virginia after they leave Fulton County, making this known that this is an FBI seizure and not just strictly FBI Atlanta. Today, the Federal Bureau of Investigation served a search warrant at the Fulton County Elections Hub and Operations Center. That warrant sought a number of records related to 2020 elections, a Fulton County spokesperson said. Meanwhile, FBI Atlanta said their investigation is ongoing. There are no other details they can provide. Grace King of Atlanta Alive, 11 Alive, went to Union City to the election office where FBI agents were still operating around 5:30 p.m. She reported that crime scene tape has been placed across portions of the Fulton County Elections Office. NBC News reached Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger office, which did not have a comment at this time. According to the Associated Press, the Justice Department in Fulton County also did not have immediate comment. It comes after the Department of Justice last month sued Fulton County over access to 2020 election materials. Fox News and Reuters, both report the action Wednesday is related to the 2020 election. Oh my goodness. The Georgia Republican Party said they are calling for full transparency and accountability in the FBI's raid of the Fulton County Elections Office. For years, Georgians have raised serious questions about election procedures in Fulton County, particularly regarding ballot handling and chain of custody processes. Today's actions by federal authorities underscores the importance of finally addressing those concerns openly and thoroughly, they said in a statement. Many Fulton County commissioners and officials were on hand at the elections hub on Wednesday after learning of the news. They spoke in a news conference shortly after arriving and voiced their extreme displeasure with the raid. Yeah, this don't make no sense. We about to watch this. This is crazy. The absolute worst.
And they are in there collecting 700 boxes of ballots right now. We are obviously concerned about once the ballots leave here, what will happen to the ballots, and our lawyers are going to be working on that. They are working on that as we speak right now. Let me just speak to the larger issue about what this is really all about. This is a scare tactic. This is something that we have seen done before. This is to instill fear and chaos, something that, our officials at the national level are doing on a daily basis, and this is not a surprise for us here in Fulton County. This is meant to make people afraid to go to the polls because midterm elections are going to be so crucial to course correcting what is going on in our country. So instead of taking care of people who are dying in the streets of Minnesota, they're here in Fulton County trying to get ballots from 2020 that have been in storage for now 6 years from when it was found that there was no problems with the 2020 election, that Fulton County runs excellent elections.
Yeah,
and
some of the
that
best.
is the fear. That Fulton County will again
Our
run
election
an
laws are
excellent
some of the
election
strictest
in
laws
2026. It just
in
won't
the country.
turn out the way that they want it to. So this is a matter of what we've seen, the old tactics just coming back up again, resurfacing as something new, which it is not. and very predictable. The best thing you can do as a voter, I can do as a voter, what we all can do as a voter is protect your own vote. Don't get scared by these things. There's an election in May for a primary, and there's an election in November, and we should all turn out, no matter what party you are voting for, to protect the right to vote in America. This is not just about Fulton County. Fulton County is right now the target, the only county right now fighting over an election that already happened, but it is coming to a place near you. This is the beginning of the chaos of 2026 that is about to ensue. So if we are starting this early in January, you can only imagine what is going to happen in October. So we need to be vigilant. We need to protect our rights to vote. No matter who you want to vote for, we need to do that. And that's what we're here to do today. So
You're right.
Commissioner Arrington is here. Did you want to?
Yes, absolutely. Good afternoon, everyone. Marvin Arrington Jr. This is absolutely crazy. A judge has sealed these records. Judge McBurney has these records under seal. They have filed a lawsuit seeking the exact same records and were denied access in that lawsuit. And because they were denied access in the civil lawsuit, they are now serving a criminal search warrant.
And who's the defendant?
And the criminal search warrant is under seal.
Right.
So we don't even know who the target of the investigation is.
Wow.
This is nothing but sowing the seeds of distrust, right? This is a full frontal attack on democracy. This is a code red in America, in Fulton County. We've seen it in Minneapolis, and now we're seeing it here in Fulton County. We must do everything that we can to protect the right to vote. These records are under seal. Judge McBurney has not issued an order opening these records or allowing these records to be viewed by the government. And until and unless he enters such an order, these records should not be seen or viewed by anyone. And so we're thankful to have our partners here from the state standing with us, because this again is a full frontal attack on democracy. And
you know what? I mean, let me just say that we are going to, if there's a question of are we going to take all legal action to make sure that.
Yeah, okay. Good. That's all I wanted to hear. How y'all going to push back? You know what I mean? Because this is not legal. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it goes on. And Georgia Senator John Ossoff released the following statement on FBI's raid. After losing Georgia in 2020, Donald Trump demanded state officials find votes to change the outcome, tried to use DOJ to overturn it, and spread it conspiracy theories that led to the January 6th sacking of the U.S. Capitol. I talked about this like in one of my first streams, like this whole thing, like my whole day during that. But yeah, the first thing that I started with in that story was the phone call. The phone call where he told Brad to find him votes, 11,700 and I don't know, 80 votes. It was something like that. And that's literally illegal. Like, just doing that is illegal. And so I don't know how he got off from that. It's crazy. That was the whole like Bonnie Willis, saga. I don't know how he got away with that one in the courts, but he did. It was pretty open criminality. It's amazing. But yeah. So y'all can read the rest of this article. It's pretty deep. It continues on. There's a lot of information here. Because this is a national story. Like, this is a big deal. Really big deal. And so, like, 11 Alive has a whole synopsis on this, and they got Georgia Secretary of State, candidate for Georgia Secretary of State doesn't like it. This is a blatant attempt to distract from the Trump authorized state violence that killed multiple Americans in Minnesota. Yep. But we'll see, man. I'm not gonna read this whole article, but that's what's happening there. The search warrant, the defendant in the search warrant is under seal, so we don't even know who or why they are doing this. Like, they're just doing it. So, moving on. Onward. Spent a good amount of time on that. But that's a big deal. It's a national story. Yeah. And this is the same thing, basically. This was the first. So, I guess they came out with this one first. And then they had the longer article that we were just looking at. But yeah, it's got the same stuff up there. Wow. All right. Morris Brown College receives $810K worth of donations from Grant, Church, and T.I. Grammy-winning rapper T.I. donated $50,000 to the college, in the 6th district of the AME Church donated and the 6th district of the AME Church donated $60,000. The institution also received a $700,000 grant. Morris Brown announced it has received thousands of dollars in donations to be used for its endowment, scholarships, and security enhancements. T.I. donated $50,000. AME Church donated $60,000. HBCU received $700,000 in donations and was presented to President Kevin James by Georgia Republican Nikema Williams. Representative Williams said this grant would be used to support critical emergency response work, stronger safety communications, real-time risk and threat assessment, and additional safety personnel. Morris Brown was among the dozen of HBCUs that were targeted with the threats last year, along with Metro institutions, Spelman College, Morehouse, and Clark Atlanta. Just last week, the college was a victim of a violent racist threat that was sent out via email to students. In total, the college received $810,000. So yeah, they got some money, but it's kind of crazy because the president was talking about it not too long ago. I think last week, the president just got reinstated as president. So that's very cool. He was able to receive his check, so that's awesome. For the school, that's great for the school. Scholarships, security enhancements. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Support critical emergency response work. Stronger safety communications, real-time risk and threat assessment, and additional safety personnel. Interesting. So that's that. That's awesome. Good stuff. T.I., shout out. Traffic through Georgia's ports. I wonder why T.I. did that. Well, I guess he's just I guess it's just charity. I don't know. Maybe he can write it off. Probably get more back writing it off. Who knows? Traffic through Georgia's ports neared an all-time high in 2025. The Port of Savannah is calling 2025 its second busiest year on record as businesses sourced inventory before tariffs kicked in. The Port of Savannah is calling 2025 its second busiest year. Over the summer of 2025, American ports smashed records for imports as businesses stocked up on products in anticipation of new tariff policy. The Port of Savannah reported its second busiest year on record behind 2022 moving 5.7 million 20-foot equivalent container units of cargo, or TEUs. Griffith Lynch, CEO of Georgia Ports Authority, said things could be slower in the first half of this year. We do anticipate softer demand for the next 6 months, he said, but we're hearing our customers get excited about the second half of 2026 and perhaps going into 2027. Obviously, working out these tariff deals will be very important for our growth in the coming months. Lynch also noted that the closure of paper mills owned by International Paper hurt the ports business, but he said a new customer will make up for the loss. Who is the new customer? Who is the new customer? This little story is interesting. It's good information. It's poorly written here. All right, Mr. McGee. Get it together. He's the senior producer, too. You said the same thing like 4 times. And then put a little bit of information at the end. All right, cool. That's that. We're going to keep looking at that. 5.7 million 20-foot equivalent container units of cargo. That's a lot. I wonder what it was in 2022. It was the most. And you know who was president? I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. It was Brandon. It's Brandon. That's that's who it was. Let's see. Lawmakers Day 8. Legislation to eliminate property taxes. More reactions to national ICE activity. And we talked about the elimination of property taxes for Georgia. They've been talking about that. And there's a big debate whether it should be income taxes or property taxes. So we'll see. Or maybe it wasn't income taxes. It was sales taxes. No, it wasn't income taxes. It wasn't sales tax. It was income, I think. But they'll talk about it here, I think. On Wednesday at the Capitol, House Republicans filed legislation that could significantly change property taxes in Georgia. Also, there was more debate about Georgia impacts of the Minneapolis shooting. Minneapolis. I hate trying to say it sometimes. In the Senate, a second day of Democrats lined up to criticize the Trump administration over the shooting of Alex Preddy in Minneapolis. We do not support the running amok of a federal government at the orders of one man who's installed only lieutenant minions to carry out his orders within his administration, trampling, destroying the rights of Americans, and killing them for exercising those rights. That's we're gonna see what happens. Senator Elena Parent, a Democrat in Atlanta, said, and that's why everyone's angry, and that is why everyone is scared. This is not what they wanted and not what they voted for. The Constitution is not a page of suggestions. It is a foundation for our society. I've stood in the chamber for years defending all rights. He said, I fought to defend them while serving in our armed forces. This is Ed Harbinson, another Democrat from Columbus. And today, I, along with a lot of others, mourn the ease with which we set aside those rights when it suits our political convenience, especially when it benefits our president, Donald Trump. Republicans say that the criticism is misplaced and that the focus should be more about protecting Georgians from crimes committed by immigrants here illegally. Yeah. But what I haven't heard in the last year, which baffles just baffles me is the illegal criminal aliens who did the following in Georgia: brought enough fentanyl into the state to kill half the state's population. Um, I didn't hear anyone come up to the well and talk about that. The hundreds of drug traffickers that we took off the streets that are not poisoning your communities, your families, and your children. I don't even. Well, uh, it is concerns on both sides, but I don't know how concerning that is. But yep. I'm trying to see. Senate Bill 148 would allow teachers to hold outdoor classes, but the House added hunting safety training, additional teacher sick days, and made defibrillators more available in schools. It passed unanimously. SB 170 would have created an interagency council to study and help the homeless, but the House substituted the bill to provide money to rural hospitals for backup generators. That failed to pass. In the House, members approved Senate changes to House Bill 443, which lays out fishing license fees for various species. After gaveling out, the Speaker of the House, John Burns, announced at a press conference a new bill he is backing aimed at reducing the burden of property taxes. This landmark legislation would not only mandate the elimination of property taxes on primary residences by 2032, but will also provide immediate relief for homeowners by doubling or more than doubling the state homestead exemption every year until the mandate takes effect, and providing homeowner tax relief grants to Georgia families. He said, on average, a return of $500, all while keeping other established exemptions intact. $500. All right, y'all. Lawmakers passed a bill in 2024 to increase the homestead exemption. We went over all of these bills. We didn't. I don't know about. Yeah, we did go over SB 170. I think. Yep. I had to go back in my notes, but yes. So I'm pretty sure those were the main things. And then, of course, there was a lot of pushback on ICE in Georgia right now because they are here. They set up a office in College Park. They're in Union City. They're in Henry County. They're all over the place. All over the place. They got 75 Tahoes that they've rolled out. So y'all be safe. Y'all be safe out here. Yep. All right. That's that. Boom. Boom. All right. My favorite part. Yeah. 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 There's a lot of interesting things going on in Atlanta right now. In Georgia, period. With the ports. I gotta find a better article. That was a terrible article. It's just poorly written. It could have been better. It could have been better, Chase. I still believe in you though. You know, it was good information. It's good to know. Definitely. Yeah, that's what it is right there. Maybe I could roll all of these. Cause I like this. And this piano's too bright. I want to hear it with this Paris sound. Yeah. Yep, something like that. And I think this C actually needs to be down one more. Gotta tune it slightly sharp to fit everything because it's so low. You gotta kind of. I think that helped out a lot though. Yeah, more of a straighter. Yeah. let's put it down. All right, moving on from the bass. Not bad. This is crazy. All right, I'm about to finish it out, y'all. Closing up. Here it is. Yeah. Now we getting somewhere. Woo. Yep. Man, trying to figure all of this out. No solo. Yeah, that's about it though. I could really add a lot more to this, like more hi hats. Could go crazy. But yeah, that's it. All right, once again, y'all take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Love y'all very much. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Stay safe. Peace.